अस्सलामुअलैकुम। आज के इस वीडियो में हम 11th क्लास की बायोलॉजी के अहम तरीन शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस और आंसर्स पढ़ेंगे। ये तमाम क्वेश्चंस ALP या स्मार्ट सिलेबस के मुताबिक हैं। आपको इम्तिहान में अपीयर हो सकते हैं, इनको अच्छी तरह याद करें। अगर आपने मेरे चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो अभी सब्सक्राइब कर लें और बेल आइकन को भी दबाना मत भूलिएगा ताकि आपको नए वीडियोज़ के नोटिफिकेशंस फौरी मिल सकें। बहुत शुक्रिया। What is environmental biology? Environmental biology is the study of organisms in relation to their environment. Define freshwater biology. Freshwater biology is the study of organisms living in fresh water like rivers, lakes, etc. What do you mean by social biology? Social biology deals with the study of social behavior and communal life of human beings. What is a hypothesis? A hypothesis is a result of deductive reasoning, or a hypothesis is the consequence of inductive reasoning. What is the difference between a law and theory, or how does law differ from theory? Theory and law. It is a series of hypotheses supported by results of many tests. It is a theory which proved to be true under all tested circumstances. It may suggest new and different hypotheses. It is a virtually irrefutable theory. It may change into law. It is uniform and constant fact of nature which cannot be changed. What is deductive reasoning? Deductive reasoning moves from the general to the specific. Specific conclusions are drawn from general principles or assumptions. For example, if we say all birds have wings, sparrows are birds, then we can say sparrows have wings. Define vaccination. Vaccination is the inoculation of human body with inactive or weakened pathogens or pathogenic products called vaccine in order to stimulate active acquired immunity. Differentiate between breathing and respiration. Breathing. Breathing is the exchange of gases between environment and the respiratory structures such as lung or gills via air or water. Breathing is the sub-step of respiration in higher animals. Respiration. Respiration is the oxidation of food to release energy and includes all those steps that help to supply oxygen to cells for oxidation of food and removal of carbon dioxide from the body. How much carbon dioxide is present in venous and arterial blood? Percentage of carbon dioxide in venous blood is 54 ml per 100 ml, whereas percentage of carbon dioxide in arterial blood is 50 milliliter per 100 milliliter. How much air always remain in the lungs of human beings? About 1.5 liters air always remains in the lungs of human beings. What are the products which are produced during photorespiration? The final products which are produced during photorespiration are serine and carbon dioxide. The intermediate products are glycolate and glycine. Define photorespiration. Photorespiration is a respiratory process in many higher plants by which they take up oxygen in the light and give out some carbon dioxide, contrary to the general pattern of photosynthesis. How much denser is a water medium than air medium for exchange of respiratory gases? A water medium is 50 times denser than air for exchange of respiratory gases. What is advantage of digestive tract as compared with a digestive cavity? A tubular digestive system having mouth for ingestion and anus or cloacal aperture for egestion. It is more efficient system than sac-like digestive system having specialized organs or partitions for efficient digestion and absorption of food. Define food poisoning. Poisoning is an illness from indigestion of food containing toxic substances. What measures should be taken to avoid food poisoning? Food poisoning is caused by the toxins produced by bacteria, Salmonella and Campylobacter. These bacteria live in the intestines of cattle, chicken, and duck without causing disease symptoms. Humans, however, may develop food poisoning if they drink milk, eat meat, or eggs which are contaminated with these bacteria. Can we get along or live without large intestine? If not, why? We cannot live or get along without large intestine because it performs the following functions in our body: movement of food, storage of food, absorption of food. Write 4 features of a leaf which is able to carry out photosynthesis effectively. Number 1. Flatness and expansion of lamina or leaf blade for maximum light absorption. Number 2. Arrangement of mesophyll tissues for carrying out photosynthesis. Number 3. Presence of stomata for entry of carbon dioxide. Number 4. Highly vascularized bundles for supply of water. What is the role of water in photosynthesis? Oxygen released during photosynthesis comes from water and is an important source of atmospheric oxygen, which most organisms need for aerobic respiration and thus for obtaining energy to live. In 1930s, Van Nile hypothesized that plants split water as a source of hydrogen, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. What are T.W. Engelmann and Melvin Calvin famous for? The first action spectrum was obtained by German biologist T.W. Engelmann in 1883. He worked on Spirogyra. The details of path of carbon in dark reactions were discovered by Melvin Calvin and his colleagues at the University of California. Calvin was awarded Nobel Prize in 1961. What is the net production of ATP during glycolysis? The net production of ATP during glycolysis is 2 molecules. What is the main difference between photophosphorylation and oxidative phosphorylation? Photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation is the process of utilizing light energy from photosynthesis to convert ADP to ATP. It is the process of synthesizing energy-rich ATP molecules by transferring the phosphate group into ADP molecule in the presence of light. Oxidative phosphorylation. It refers to a series of changes in which pairs of electrons are passed from one substance to another and ultimately to oxygen and the energy released during the passage is used to combine ADP molecules with phosphate molecules to form ATP. What is the location of ETC and chemiosmosis in photosynthesis and cellular respiration? The location of ETC and chemiosmosis in photosynthesis is thylakoid membrane. In cellular respiration is mitochondrial membrane. How did the evolution of photosynthesis affect the metabolic pathway? First, photosynthetic organisms used hydrogen sulfide as a source of hydrogen for reducing carbon dioxide to sugars, releasing sulfur in the atmosphere. Later, water was evolved as a source of hydrogen for the same purpose, releasing oxygen in the atmosphere. Accumulation of free oxygen in the atmosphere caused the evolution of use of oxygen by a series of metabolic pathways, that is, aerobic respiration. Why are the carotenoids usually not obvious in the leaves? They can be seen in the leaves before leaves fall. Why? Carotenoids are yellow pigments which are often masked by darker green color of chlorophyll. So they are usually do not obvious in the leaves. Carotenoids can be seen in the leaves before leaves fall because dominant green chlorophyll pigments are destroyed before leaves fall at the end of growing season. How is the formation of vitamin A linked with eating of carrot? The formation of vitamin A is linked with eating of carrot because it contains carotenoids, the precursor of vitamin A, which are changed into vitamin A by a chemical reaction. Define amniotes. Vertebrates that develop embryonic membranes around their embryo are called amniotes. What are acoelomates? An acoelomate is an animal that does not possess a body cavity. Acoelomates lack a fluid-filled cavity between the body wall and digestive tract. Acoelomates have a triploblastic body plan, meaning that their tissues and organs develop from 3 primary embryonic cell germ cell layers. What is the importance of seed? It protects embryo enclosed in it from unfavorable condition and is a mean for germination of embryo far from its parent plant. What is double fertilization? It ensures the production of diploid zygote and triploid endosperm zygote changes into embryo, while endosperm provides food for the development of embryo and sometimes for the germination of seed. What is the importance of heterospory? Heterospory is the production of spores of 2 different sizes and sexes by the sporophytes of land plants. The smaller of these, the microspore, is male and the larger megaspore is female. What are zoospores? The motile, asexual reproductive cells are characteristics of algae sporophyte and are called zoospores.